Once again, guys, if you guys are new here, or anyone that's here that is not subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe to the channel because we are soon going to hit 100K. And also come follow me on Instagram. Exact same username as this on YouTube. And with that being said, let's get into this. Because this is seriously a problem today in the world that we got to fix. I'm going to tell you guys how to fix this problem. It's clearly every single individual. It's an every individual problem. It's not nothing else besides the individual itself. All you have to do is go out there, go out into the world, go out and do some shopping, go to the gym, go to certain places, and you're going to come to realize the state of what most people's in. And I think as a human being, you have to be extremely smart at how you move as a person. And if you're not smart and you don't move smart, you pay a price. So a lot of people today is making a lot of dumb moves. Like you don't know what you're doing. You just don't know what you're doing. You don't know what is going on. People's all over the place. People's hanging out with this crew. People's hanging out with that crew. People don't know how to just come back. Come back to. Go into a damn house by yourself. Lock yourself in a room. Do some prayer. Do some meditation. Do whatever you got to do to feel right. Get yourself right. Go outside and touch grass by yourself. Breathe outside. Eat right foods. Exercise properly. You don't gotta damn near kill yourself doing it. Get yourself right, man. I don't get the mental health crisis that's going on in the world. I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. Like, I get that you can feel bad. I get that you can feel a certain way. I get it. But you know what else I get? How to get yourself out of that funk. I dealt with stuff in the past myself. I got stone cold manipulated. Person just manipulated me to fall in love with a fake version of her that didn't even exist. And then it goes crashing down and it's like it messes with your head. It doesn't put you in the best state of mind. So what did I do? I didn't scramble around and be toxic and deal with other people and go crazy. I came back too. I reevaluated the wheel. I got back to my roots. I didn't start to move the way that this person or anyone ever made me feel. I always come back to. It don't matter what somebody else does to me because that's none of my business. It don't matter what happens. You have to know how to get yourself right as a human being, as an individual. There's so many women out there, bro. Oh, all men are trash. Like, they all just want one thing. They want one thing from you. Did you ever maybe think that you have to get yourself right so you have more to offer them besides one thing they might want? Did you even check if you're tolerable to be around? Did you check that? Did you check it? Did you check yourself? Or are you just going to sit back all willy-nilly, all boss babe, toxic, and complain because men just want one thing from you? Did you ever check the facts of what really is? Or do you just think you deserve the highest quality, bestest man on earth, and you're just not even likable? Like, come on, guys. Come on. We don't get men out here who ain't doing much with their lives who actually believe they're going to get some smoking hot girl. Because it's the exact same thing and equivalent. They don't think that way. They know they can't. They know that. They tell themselves that. And if they ever want to get it, they're going to have to do a lot of work. They know that. The difference is they know that. But women today lie to themselves. Anything but going back to the drawing board to correct yourself. Anything but that. These things leads to mental health crisis. These things leads to people doing crazy, ridiculous things. Ridiculous. And you see it. All you gotta do is go out in public. Go to certain places. You will see the state of what most people are in. Even if you connect with people on a spiritual level, even if you connect with people who look pretty alright, they're not that alright. And you will see that. They're not that alright. They might be better than completely delusional. These are the people that have the opportunity and the chance to actually make something of themselves. But I've been in a funk myself too. The thing is, I made the right choices. I made the right decisions. That's how you come up. I don't understand how people can live such a long life of just not figuring out how to move to make your life as great as it possibly can be. That's something I don't understand. I can't relate because I did what was right. You're not going to feel good your whole life. There's going to be years where you have a bad year. There's going to be multiple of those years. And in those years, you have to make the most solid, strongest decisions. The difference is there's a lot of delusional people who actually think they're doing all of what it takes and they're just not doing it. Some people actually do it. Some people tell themselves they're doing it, and some people don't even do it at all. You have to actually do it. You have to actually commit. You have to actually make the right decisions. And not just believe what you want to believe. Because that is irrelevant. The only thing that matters is doing what is right to get yourself out of whatever funk you're in. It's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that's going to change your life, and if you don't do it, you will live in unnecessary pain. And you can probably take some of it, but you want to live the rest of your life in a lot of unnecessary pain. You want peace, you want love, you want light, you want happiness, you want prosperity, you want abundance. You don't want all the weird stuff going on 24/7. You're going to have to battle through some stuff. You're going to have to feel that stuff at times. You're going to have to. Don't kick yourself if you're there right now. Just do what it takes to get yourself out. Because there's far too many people who live their entire lives like that, bro. It's not worth it. It's worth it to commit. It's worth it to do what's right. To make life what it's supposed to be for yourself. It shouldn't be this difficult. But people today are making it difficult. People in society today are making it way too difficult. It doesn't have to be that way. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. There's a lot more beautiful things in life than staying in that state all the time and things just ain't going well. There's much more to life than that. But you will live the rest of your life that way if you don't wake up. If you don't kick the delusion. Like, for example, the women who tell themselves stuff like, oh, men are pigs, men just want one thing, blah, blah, blah. It's not the truth. It's just the truth for you. Because anything else is like ick to them. Besides maybe that one thing, because you guys know how men are. They'll take that one thing. There's men out there who would take that one thing from y'all ladies. There's men who would do it. But when they see everything else, they think ick. Would never commit to her. Because they can see things. Just like you can see things in men that, nah, I wouldn't want him because of X, Y, and Z. They see the same things. No one's that stupid. We all know where one another stand. We all know this. I know exactly what every single woman really is, bro. You can't fool me. It's not like you can put on some act to make me believe you're this innocent, sweet angel from the high heavens of earth. Like, if you're that, then you're that, but I'll know if you're not that. You cannot hide from me. I'm going to know what you are. I'm going to know it. You can't hide. I know exactly what you are. You can't fake it. So it comes down to you understanding exactly who you are and where you stand and fixing it. It's about fixing yourself. It's about committing. It's about getting serious. Once you fix yourself, you can demand higher standard. You can't demand nothing if you're not of high standard yourself, but you tell yourself you are. You actually have to be. And it takes a load of work, patience. It's going to take some time. It's going to take you being disciplined to not go out there and become more damaged by dealing with the wrong guys, because you just want to date so quick, so fast, so easily. You just think you deserve all this stuff when the world's backwards. You have to be in the right state of mind, spiritually, mentally, physically. You have to be prepared for something really good, and something really good ain't gonna hop on your porch overnight. So be patient. This world today lacks the ability to be disciplined and patient. Sometimes people might have some discipline, but they had some discipline and they got impatient. They picked the wrong stuff. Now they're backtracking. They get disciplined a little bit again, but not for long enough. They picked the wrong stuff. Now they're backtracking. It's like a repeating circle. You have to be consistent. You have to be disciplined. You have to have patience on top of this. And that might just equal boring in some people's eyes. But watch how beautiful life will be if you can have those traits and stick to it for as long as you have to, because it's the only choice you have. And there's so many people not doing it, to the point where you do it for such a long time, you're always going to be ready. You're always going to be in a position. So when something's there, because they decided to do it as you were, y'all's going to link up. You were patient. They were patient. Boom. You got what you want. You got what you were patient for. This is what more people have to do. Because if you're not doing this, you're going to get stuck in this mental health weirdo crisis of modern society where people's just going round and round, and bro, the girl you talk to is acting weird and nothing's going right, and it's just like, and the guys are taking advantage of you and nothing's just right. It's because y'all ain't right. It's y'all that's not right. So y'all have to figure that out. I don't think y'all understand how right you have to get. It takes a long time to get it right, especially going through so many things, especially being lied to when you were younger about love. Because when you look back at most relationships you had, it wasn't even love. I've come to the conclusion I did not love one single partner I was ever with. I loved a version of them that didn't even exist, and it was a lust-driven relationship. Wasn't even real. And it's because they did not love themselves, and I was falling in love with a fake version that they didn't even exist because they put on that act. Now, I'd see that from a mile away. At the time when I was younger, couldn't see it. You kind of fall for the lustful stuff. You think that's love. You think, oh my God, oh, look at this. And it's the first time you've ever felt that way. And it's like you think you're in love, but no. Because y'all did not love each other on a spiritual level. Y'all was not connected spiritually, but rather physically. There's too much physical stuff today and not enough spiritual connections where you and a person genuinely F with each other and nobody else is involved. Y'all do it right. And it's going to take y'all both being in a good place. So most people today is not in a good place. Most people today is just scrambling around, trying so hard to make something happen. And that is why nothing ever happens, because you don't have the nerve to take steps back to get yourself right. You're always scrambling at the bit. You're going insane. You cannot come to, you can't even go to your room or go outside by yourself to touch grass. You can't meditate. You can't feel good. You have to be a very calm, relaxed, but also confident person, and just being at peace with the world, being at peace with earth. On top of this, having some serious amounts of patience. That's what it's going to take. Some serious amounts of patience. And you continuing to work on your path, your purpose, your missions. And just letting life be what it's going to be. It's the only choice anybody has. Scrambling around trying so hard to make something happen ain't going to work. But staying focused, disciplined, having some patience, a lot of patience, it will work. And you don't know it until you know it. You don't know it until you know it. And when you know it, you know it. And you look back and you're like, I fully understand why things played out the way they played out. And things just start to make sense whenever things never made sense for such a long time. Things will start to make sense. If you make sense of your own life. This is what it comes down to, bro. It's every single person making sense of their own life first. If your life don't make sense, you can't make sense to have life with others if yours don't make sense. Does that make sense? Make your life make sense before you try to do anything else. In fact, make your life make a lot of sense first. Because now you're in a great position. And that's more so advice for men. Women too, to a degree, but women more so have to be preserved, patient, and not just take the first guy that comes knocking. Test the waters, see how things are. It doesn't matter if he can just make you feel a little bit good sometimes because of his attention. It doesn't matter. How consistent is this going to be over a longer term basis? Because women who pick the wrong guy because they got too eager, that one mistake can lead to their whole detriment downfall, bro. They got burned once and it's like they just go crazy. That's why it's important too for women to conserve themselves and have a serious amount of patience over their younger years. And you're going to know who's right for you as long as you have patience and you can test the waters and not dive in too quick. Because lots of women, bro, as we know, y'all really went for things way too quick. Y'all gave yourself up too quick. Y'all took just whatever came that was kind of good and sent good. But it wasn't good because you didn't understand how to test. How to let time go on and really gain a spiritual connection with the person you were dealing with. Instead, you let things happen too quick because you got too excited. And if you're a smart female, you will learn from that quick. You'll not be too damaged from it. You will heal, and you'll get back out there, and you'll be a lot better next time. The same things won't happen. And that is a female that can actually strike gold instead of a female who starts to go crazy and thinks all men's trash and everything else. It's not the answer. There's a lot of trash stuff out there, sure, for both genders, but you have to be the odd one out that takes some steps back and really starts to move every single day in the right types of ways and really conserve yourself. And when you start to find someone you really like, that's when you start moving towards that thing that you really like. And having some patience doing it and making sure of it and being on a solid level of communication with the people you're dealing with. This is how healthy things will form. And not having so much toxic stuff going on in the world today, because there's a lot of it, bro. A lot of people's not well. There's a mental health crisis and everyone's going insane, it seems. And some people come off like they're not, but they are, bro. Like they're not right. Most people ain't. And it takes a serious level of patience and calmness and just acceptance. Allow things to be sometimes and just conserve yourself. Stay patient. Patience. And continuing to go down your path and focus on what you're focusing on. So I hope this video could help. Never take whatever videos I ever say personally. If anyone feels attacked or like I'm talking about you or whatever the hell's going on, don't take anything patient. I'm literally here to wake people up, to save the world. And with that being said, God willing, God bless. We'll see you all at the top.